More sabotage. Barbarian units. Let's try to kill a unit. Oh, come on. Oh, instead of killing that unit, my unit moved out of the city and died instantly to a one-shot from a tank core. It's pretty good. Oh, feel a little salty about this one. All right, we're down to 0 of 9 trade routes. We started with 13. We've had 13 trade routes pillaged. We've killed 1 tank, and that's it. And we're just waiting to die from this 2v1 shit. I don't know that we could have done much more. We actually did prepare pretty heavily to be attacked in terms of we spent all of our gold, we spent all of our production pre-building units and our gold upgrading them into cav, and then tanks just showed up and we just can't deal with 2 players doing tanks to this. Oh, we spawned 4 helicopters, 2 here and 2 here. What are we at? War weariness. We're at -9. So these cities don't actually produce anymore at -9. Yeah, we're -9 everywhere. Actually, we can't produce. After -7, your cities don't produce anymore. So we're actually at -8. Oh, all of our cities don't produce. So these numbers aren't going to change. So next turn, we're not going to actually be closer to building any of these buildings because we're getting double war weariness from double players attacking us. Awesome. Okay. Well, all that pillaging has fucking screwed us too. It crushes us in war weariness. So we'll just wait. We're literally going to hit end turn until we're dead here. Because we can't do anything. We're not irrelevant. We're dead. It's very different. Very different. Oh well. It's frustrating. We'll remember the player names. Let's get a good look at the player names. And make sure that next time we play with them, we fucking rush them with like horsemen when they're alone. So we don't get teamed by them. It's slightly frustrating. That's right. It's my way to get rid of the French game. Well, the problem with double war weariness is right now we're getting 2v1, and because of that, we get twice as much war weariness. I mean, that doesn't seem like a very good mechanic if you're getting 2v1'd. Yeah, for sure. So what's the production modifier here? 100 minus 60% non-food yield. So I guess we are still producing. We're just producing super negatively. -5 amenities from war bankruptcy. 0 from that. Oh, I can't teleport out of this district? Why not? Okay. No, we're not turning cities to Russia right now. I think we're just going to hit next. Now that a few minutes to think, what's Civ leader is the hottest babe? I honestly don't think about Civ leaders that way, so I don't have an answer for you. It's not even a matter of spending the time to think on it. There's just nothing I'm going to come up with for that one. Alright. I have a builder grip blocking the gray person. Okay. Hit next, then turn. There's no point in shooting with these cities. They do less than... So what is that? 12/8 to 100, 12/8 to 96. So if I'm doing 7 damage, it takes me 13 shots to kill one of those tanks. The tank is never gonna be around for 13 shots. It's gonna heal or something else. There's literally no point in shooting them right now. Not without some sort of supporting unit. All it does is feed them experience. So we'll just hit next and die. What changes to make tall viable? It's just the housing. The only thing that makes tall bad right now is housing. You got to be careful if you make housing too available because it will make wide better. The problem isn't that tall is bad, it's that wide is better. And that's a different distinction. Okay. They'll figure it out eventually. I don't think I need to help them, blue. Let's just keep getting 2v1 by this. By the way, who's science leader right now? Is it Russia? 241 on China, 263 on Russia. In other words, China is doing as well as Russia is, but he's going to be in possession of as many of my cities as he wants, as irrelevant Egypt helps him out over here. What's irrelevant Egypt making? 144. Yeah. So what's Egypt's plan for China after he's done teaming me? He doesn't know. I don't know. All right, new plan. Can we get a settler out somewhere? Probably not, but maybe. I mean, I was expecting to be attacked by one of them. I wasn't really expecting to be teamed by both of them until it was... I mean, it was not like I could have done anything about it. It's not like I have twice as much production as them. I'm probably sitting around right about even production with China before this war. Let's take a look. How many cities? So he has 7 cities and I have 8 cities. So he's got 1 less city than me, only. So he's 7/8 as many hammers as I have. And what's Egypt? Egypt's on 8 cities. So in other words, Egypt's on 8 cities, as many cities as I am, and China is on 1 less city than me. So I'm getting double my production right now, attacking into me, which makes perfect sense on the hammers, right? Like I had roughly Egypt's forces, a little bit less than China's forces, which means that I'm getting attacked with twice as many hammers. There just isn't anything I could do here. It's not like positioning matters. There aren't any units that can take advantage of the positioning. It's not like Civ 5 where I could hold a choke. There aren't chokes to be held because the cities don't do anything. So, I don't know. I'm not helping Egypt. Egypt's making decisions that are going to cost him the game. The only way he's going to learn not to do things like this is to realize the results of that. We sure as fuck are not helping him out. Egypt hasn't taken a city yet. Egypt doesn't know what to do. He wants to bombard my city. He just doesn't know he should be slamming. He should just be hitting it with tanks. He'll die instantly to tanks. So. I don't know. Could have gone for fission. Is that nukes? No, we'd never have reached nukes. Honestly, the way the tech tree fits together, maybe what I should have gone is just straight for fucking tanks and attacked one of them first. The prerequisites, the problem with getting a tech lead in this game right now is the prerequisites don't make any sense. The prerequisites for horsemen, for example, let's start there. To get horsemen, you require animal husbandry and horseback riding. That's it. To get knights, you require animal husbandry, horseback riding, and knight tech. That's it. You need iron for knights too, so you might have to take up bronze working, but that's it. There's no, like, in Civ 5 there's a prerequisite. To get into the next era, you have to basically knock out quite a few of the prerequisites to do that. And tanks is probably just as bad. I don't know exactly what the prereqs are for combustion, but I don't think they're much of anything past the military techs through here. I think it's like metal casting, ballistics, military science, rifling, steel, combustion, I think. So we'll find out. You'd be not helping Egypt by denying him learning how to. I don't really give a fuck. Like, yeah, I can't be bothered. We have minus 60% production in all of our cities from war weariness combined with bankruptcy. I mean, if you look at this city, it's at minus 15 amenities. We don't have a chance of defending that, no matter what we do. So we'll just wait and let it die. What are the barbarian helicopters? It's because when we get a certain level of minus amenities, it spawns military units. And in this case, we've spawned barbarian helicopters. So they're not doing anything. I mean, all my tiles have already been pillaged, and all my trade routes have already been pillaged. So we can't build defense though when we're getting teamed. It's really interesting because it means teaming is even more brutal than it was before because it crushes you on war weariness. which is pretty fucking painful. Oh, I gotta hit next turn. So. Yeah, these are terrorist helicopters. Oh, finally he caught on. Tanks attacking cities. That's the way to go. It does look like I don't get a city shot over there when it's surrounded. I mean, I guess I'll take that shot. We gotta watch this player too. This player doesn't know what he's fucking doing. You know, when we talk to him, he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna attack you. Then he's like, oh, I'm not gonna attack you. Then 10 seconds later, I'm gonna attack you again. It's because he got noob whispered by this player who told him, hey, I could attack you with Buenos Aires, or we could both go attack Filthy. So you get significantly less war weariness when the battles are happening in your territory. Are you sure about that? Isn't it the opposite? Don't you get more war weariness when it's happening in your territory? I think you do. We're at minus 11 amenities here. Production penalty is minus 60%. Which is pretty bad news. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get more in your territory as well. I'm pretty sure pillaging adds to your war weariness. Barb choppers are free blocker units. I don't have an army to take advantage of blocker units. I had an army, but I don't have an army to deploy against both these players. Yeah. Hey, you got an AT gun. What's the bonus? So it's 80 combat strength. If I were to attack this unit, what is the combat strength? We're going to lose Marseille in a minute. Ten and 8. So that's 20 shots to kill it then, right? So if, actually wait, 2 of them are a fifth, so no, it's 10 shots to kill it. I don't think there's anything to be bothered to be doing this turn. Take another 18 gun. Oh, is Russia joining in? I hope Russia's joining in. That'd be nicer. No more games tonight. This is my second game already. It's already like 3 hours past when I should normally be done streaming. Russia to the rescue. These aren't tank cores, right? These are just tanks. Yeah. Give it to Russia. No, it's against the rules. Ugh. Remind me next time. Well, I wanted one game as France. And this is a really good example of why I fucking hate France. So, we'll just do our one game as France. Get it under our belt so we can talk a little bit more about the bonuses. Ready for the bonuses? I'm gonna give you a quick summary ahead of time of the French bonuses. You ready? Extra 1 level of diplomatic visibility for other civs. Occasionally you get a good message, but most of the time you don't notice it because you're getting spammed with so many stupid fucking messages you never remember. +1 spy at castles. Yeah, you might get 200 to 300 gold, or you might get a dead spy, but you have to invest the hammers early. Pretty useless ability overall. Grand Tour. 27% production towards medieval, Renaissance, and industrial era wonders. Wonders have always been land specific, in the sense that you need to be in the right position at the right time to even attempt the wonder. This is not helpful whatsoever. Guard Imperial, a unique melee unit with 10 combat strength if it fights on your land that you cannot upgrade units into, is fucking one of the worst units in the game. You can't pre-build units to upgrade into it. A lot of the times the wars are going to be fought on other continents, and totally useless for us. And the Chateau. an absolutely useless tile improvement that we would never build in a million years. So there we go. The French bonuses hold me back. Yeah, they're pretty close to lowest tier. Norway might be worse than them. I like cores. I think cores are fairly interesting. They're very strong. I don't know how I'm going to defend with I mean, with the way the weakness of cities, at least in this era, they seem stronger in the mid game. By the way, it felt like I'm doing 20 or 30% damage with a city shot as opposed to 5 to 10% damage. But I don't know how you defend yourself versus two players in a setting like this. You're never going to have twice as much production because production is just like science. It's based on the number of cities only. So how are you ever going to defend yourself versus two players attacking you? Like in like Civ 5, you might have either a terrain, a production, or a tech advantage. Those are the three things you could do to defend yourself with, right? Terrain advantage is in part based on generals, in part based on the terrain you've settled. The tech advantage gives you access to military that's better than their military. But the way that tech prerequisites behave in this game, you don't really ever get. I mean, I was tech leader by these guys by a chunk, and I still don't have better tech units than them. I don't have units I can build that are better than their units. Just may not be able to direct tech that stuff, but it feels like if I don't direct tech that stuff and somebody else is somewhere else, they're gonna win. I mean, I was only like 30 to 50 science ahead of Russia, which isn't all that much. I don't know. Also, could I please have an animation that actually works with my city? Is that obvious? Yeah, 4 damage. Oh, man. Oh, my unit disbanded. Damn it. My AT gun disbanded from negative gold. My dreams. I had dreams of doing something with the AT gun. Rip AT gun. No units and no buildings due to pillaging. Why am I still negative gold? Because the every building you build in this game has an upkeep cost associated with it. This is basically just raw upkeep costs screwing me right now. Because part of your gold is brought to yourself by commerce build. Basically, if you don't build commerce hubs, you're going to be negative gold anyways, right? So you build commerce hubs to stay positive in gold, and build markets and banks to stay positive in gold. All my markets and banks are dead because they've been pillaged. And the other thing is, because I have so much negative amenities, if you look at my yields, I get minus 60% non-food yields, which include gold yields. So I can't do anything to defend myself. I can't build units because they instantly disband. I can't upgrade existing units because I have no gold. I can't produce units because I have a minus 60% production penalty towards units. I can't shoot them with cities because my cities don't do any fucking damage. I don't know. I mean, I called this in July. Was make sure you have a better standing army than they do. Because the minute you don't have a better standing army, you are fucked. So I don't know what we're going to do. Oh yeah, and my roads are their roads because roads in this game are fucking retarded. Roads are everybody's roads. Best strategy for France right now is to let them conquer you and pick another civ. Well, I wish they'd hurry up and take my capital so I could leave. There's certainly no way I can come back into this. There's no way I can even mount a defense. It's taking me 19 turns to build a unit which instantly disbands once I build it. And I have no way to fix that. I can't sell units. I can't sell buildings. So I can't get gold to hold a unit. So I can't produce a unit to defend. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Except wish I was playing something like Russia. I don't think I'll bother with medieval walls ever again. I think the walls are good in the sense that it gives the city a big chunk of HP, and the city acts as a place where you can put a ranged unit there where it can't be attacked. But I don't think the city past that does anything. The city shot is a hell of a lot less scary than it ought to be. Change governments. Why? Well, first of all, I can't pay for it, so I have to do it when I hit the next cultural policy. But what am I getting from changing governments? You know, it's against the NQ rules to gift cities to players for no reason. It's basically me. It'd be basically me trying to avoid losing my cities to the players who killed me by gifting them to somebody else. It's against the rules. I don't know if there are specific Civ 6 rules or not, but it's against the Civ 5 rules. I'm just gonna assume those apply. Let's see, is anyone else doing anything right now? Let's take a look at the demos. 252 science on China. 241 on Russia. 195 on Egypt. 400 on MoonGlow over there. Nicely done. 123 on Norway. Norway's irrelevant. Top culture on MoonGlow 2. If he can build enough units, don't forget to build units, MoonGlow. Otherwise, they're gonna come right after you, after me. So build a fuck ton of units that can deal with tanks. $2.2K here, 2K there. 1.2K here. Yeah, 588 6 science score there, military score. He's got to build units or he's dead. I'm at 10 military strength. Is that 2 per city? Awesome. It's science they're targeting people on. 10's the worker I have. Okay. I can try to get him stolen from Barbs and see if my military score goes down to 0. I am curious. It's the best way to hit 200 science for turn 100. Like, that doesn't seem like a very... Like, everything about that question is wrong. Your goal is not to hit 200 science by turn 100. Your goal is to have a very high peak science that doesn't start too slow. And there isn't a set value for that. It's a matter of fitting in campuses and universities and libraries in a reasonable amount of time. Basically, don't ignore science. Yeah, but if China does just crush everyone from here, do you understand what a misplay that makes it for Egypt to attack me? If Egypt really is like, I gotta stop the science leader, and he has no play to become the science leader himself, then that's just teaming. That's just teaming for the sake of teaming, which is fucking terrible play. Anytime you decide to put yourself in with someone who's stronger than you, you better make sure you come out further ahead than they do. Because if you come out equal or less than they come out ahead, then you're just advancing their goals, not advancing your own goals. We know a lot about teaming. We've dealt with it a lot in Civ 5. The teaming that triggers me is the teaming that doesn't advance the player doing it. And a lot of times what happens is a player who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing gets talked into doing something that's bad for their overall game. And my suspicion is that's what's happened to Egypt here. That China is just essentially taking advantage of Egypt. Egypt wanted to go to war. He was building units. He wanted to go to war. When I built unit defenses, he was basically like, I can't go to war with Filthy. He's like, I'll go kill the city-state. He killed the city-state. And then it was him and China were going to square off. And probably China whispered him. Been like, oh, you should go attack Filthy. Filthy's science leader. You got to be really worried about him. But Egypt has no plan for catching up in science. If you look at science right now, Egypt's not in good shape. Egypt's at 196. China's at 253 and going to go up higher as he takes my cities. And MoonGlow is at 400. Somewhere. 392. So it's... How long... Could you step up the pace a little bit? Like, I'm at like minus 40 gold per turn. I'm sitting here patiently ending turn with a city with no units in it and like minus 15 amenities. Could you maybe attack it a few times a turn so we could kill it? Holy shit. If they do this much slower, I'm just gonna leave. Alright. We just watched them take cities with tanks. Why is this hard for the capital? Like, hurry the fuck up. Yes! How's my combat score with the barbarian capturing that? Does it go down? We'll find out. No, military score is still 10. Not related to that. Looks pretty good. Holy fuck. Oh, rage typing? Possibly. I wish they'd hurry up so I could leave this game. I mean, it's one thing when I have like a chance to fight back, but with minus 36 gold per turn, every time I create a unit, it instantly disbands. The city shot does 6 damage. Let's take a look. Yeah, look at this. They're all boo-hooing about how much fucking damage it does. Cav just slammed into that and did 8 or 9 or 10 damage each. Also, I can't select this. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even use the city shot. So. China's declared war on Egypt. Oh, color me shocked. It turns out Egypt made a mistake. It turns out helping the second place player in the game get stronger at the cost of the first place player puts you in a worse position. What a fucking non-shocker. Like, I mean, like, who would have seen this coming? Oh my god. I'm just falling over in shock. I just don't understand. Why would he attack him? He was helping. They were friends. They were friends with a common goal. I don't understand why one would do that to the other. It's betrayal. A travesty. Just the depths of raw human evil. That's what we're seeing here. I assume. I mean, if I were Egypt, that's what I'd assume. Ooh, strategic view? Okay, we'll hit strategic view. See if this is actually fun to play on. Envoys. What are we doing with envoys? Let's steal Carthage back. Here goes Paris. Let's take a look at the raised tiles. Raised. I don't think we have any more improved tiles. Raised. Oh, they didn't pillage the copper yet. Alright, Paris is done. I'm done. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm out of here for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for some more multiplayer Civ 6. Where I hope next time I'll be team 3v1 in the classical era with horsemen is my preferred outcome for next game. If that doesn't happen, we'll probably be winning sometime in the early afternoon tomorrow. Come check us out. We'll see you soon. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the content, go take a look at my YouTube. Shit ton of guide videos and otherwise Let's Plays videos showing up there. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you enjoyed it, please hit the follow button. Come check me out. Go subscribe on YouTube. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.